Hello, I'm Olivia Logan, and for my reflective project, I have chose the question, should parents be allowed to enforce physical punishment on their children despite its effects on mental and physical health? I've decided to turn my research into an interview, so take a look here.
OJ Logan. I'm 42 years old.
Hi, my name is Pooja Patel. I'm 17 years old.
Rodney Thweet, I'm 44.
Trey Culberson, and I'm 18 years old.
Nicole Granados, age 17.
Isa Ruiz, age 17.
Ali Palumbo, 28.
Where did you grow up in?
Lima, Ohio.
Born in Virginia.
Nashville, Tennessee.
My parents are from Mexico and Honduras, and I was born here in the States.
I'm also Latina. I'm Puerto Rican, and I was born there, so was my parents.
As a kid, what type of environment did you grow up in?
A split household. My parents weren't together, so it was in between houses.
The environment I grew up was very conservative, I guess, because the Indian culture, the culture I'm in, it's very conservative.
Middle class, single parent.
With a single mother and a alcoholic father.
As a kid, did your parents enforce physical punishment on you? And if so, did you see a change?
Yeah, they did. When I was younger, I can remember a couple times worrying about the switch and getting hit. Did it change? Yeah, because you don't want to get hit.
They did not enforce any physical punishment while I was growing up.
My mom tried. My dad didn't, not so much.
Well, if not, then what was an alternative that they used?
My parents, they were patient with me as they were, if I made a mistake, they would never try to hit me. Okay, they would say, hey, stop, instead they would give me another alternative.
No.
And if not, what alternative did they use?
I feel like I just naturally listened because I was the younger sibling, and so learned from the older siblings' mistakes, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think typical punishments, when we were younger, timeout, and then when we got older, taking away the car or curfew, things like that.
Yes, but not in an abusive way.
Yeah, same for me. It was more just if I did something wrong, I'd get punished for it. And it was physical, but it was not in an abusive way.
Can you give us a story of an example of physical punishment used in your household?
I was about 6 or 7 years old, and I didn't tell my parents where I went. And I remember my father yanking me out of the car and yelling at me about how worried he was, and taking me and getting hit with the belt.
Boy, you're talking a long time ago. Yeah, I lied about doing something I wasn't supposed to do while I was on punishment. Yeah, I remember that one.
Would you say your parents managed stress well, or did they?
My mother did. My mother managed stress really well. Did a very good job correcting me, disciplining me, showing me the correct ways to, handle things.
No.
I would say yes.
And if yes, how do they manage their stress?
They didn't. Well, they never took out the stress on my brother and I. They would just keep it to themselves and just take a good day off, or just be alone for a while. But they never took their anger out on us.
How do you know that your parents don't manage stress well?
How I don't know,
Yeah.
or how I
Or
know
how
that they don't.
how you know that they don't?
Well, there's a lot of outbursts, yelling, just putting me in between their conflicts, I guess.
That's a great question. I think that I think my mom did okay managing it, at least keeping it away from us. We did not realize really how stressed she was. But I think, had she been in a position to have healthier coping mechanisms and access to therapy and things like that, I think it would have been better for her.
They had a lot of it, but I think with the amounts they had, yeah, but the amount of stress they had will get to anybody.
And how did they manage their stress?
A lot of church, a lot of walks. They both were music majors in college, so they enjoyed music. Those are some of the things I can remember.
Do you agree with physical punishment yourself?
Yeah, for sure.
I do. I spanked both my kids. And I believe they learned a lesson. They didn't do it after I did that. So I have no problem with that kind of punishment at all.
No, I believe that it should not be acceptable. It's not acceptable.
Do you see spanking as a form of abuse?
Unconscious, yeah. I think it is, but I don't think I'm pretty sure that most parents are unconscious of the fact that it may be.
That's another great question. I do, because my thought is the outcome is ultimately the same.
I do, yes.
How so?
Because you're hitting your child, like that's not gonna like help them like discipline. That's gonna even make your child like it's gonna make their like mindset worse, you know? And like they're gonna think of you as this certain person for like hitting you.
I don't see it as a form of abuse. Now, I don't agree with, going over the top with it. I've always just used either my hand or some kind of paddle.
In summary, all the perspectives show that a parent's choices influence their kids' belief, and this shifts their idea of physical punishment. This ties back to my ethical dilemma on how children's mental and physical health are at stake, and this is the reasoning for why parents do what they do. Thank you.